Good evening, I'm Dan Rather, and tonight on CBS News.
In a shocking development, the federal government says being broke is allowed, but if you're broke and glowing, you are officially now a suspect.
You can't be glowing more than your financial status. Look your problem.
Producers have confirmed next season of Love Island will merge with the Hunger Games. Only one couple will survive the new format. Everyone else dies.
Senator Buck Nutley has unveiled his Big Girthy bill, a new proposal meant to rival the Big Beautiful bill. But does size really matter?
The shocking trend of Labubu violation continues as more and more people are finding their dolls' holes stretched wide open and reeking of shame.
If you thought Bigfoot was bad, wait till you meet his gooey cousin. A kumsquatch was just spotted in Dongwood National Forest.
Did you know IKEA has released a home glory hole kit called the Fuke Hole? It includes pre-drilled panels, mounting brackets, and a stain-proof finish. We begin with breaking news out of Massachusetts, where residents are reeling from what scientists are calling a cum-comet impact.
Officials are asking everyone to stay indoors and to wear N95 masks in case of cum aerolization.
We have breaking news. A laser-guided ship missile has just been launched from Rectomopolis, reportedly targeting Pennsylvania.
We're live from the scene where a laser-guided ship missile launched from Rectomopolis has struck Pennsylvania.
This just in, a pubnadal blankets St. Louis in a thick bush this evening.
Downtown is completely covered in pubic hair, causing highways to close out of caution.
It's coming right for us. We need to get out of here now. Oh my God, it's taking the houses.
A massive gizzard has buried Kamlambus in 2 feet of donglode. Locals blame the lack of preparation on Mayor Linda P. Slurp.
The city of Columbus is reeling today after an unprecedented event. What officials are calling a gizzard has left downtown streets. Customs officials at Orbital Port 69 have seized over 420 stolen jork blades, many still warm and dripping. A magnitude 6.9 queefquake rattled Clamlip Valley this morning, releasing a torrent of pussy farts. The children's reading session of This Little Piggy Got Pegged has been cancelled, with parents saying the book is too anatomically detailed for kids.
Lawmakers remain deadlocked on the Big Beautiful bill, with some saying $10 billion more is needed for fleshlights and robo-cooters for dudes on dry spells.
Los Angeles, because she served her fried chicken instead of a quinoa salad. Megan Mayonnaise went to the restaurant called The Last Supper, where she claimed she was flabbergasted that they would serve her fried chicken when she in fact ordered a quinoa salad. Ms. Mayonnaise said waitress Sharkeisha Trinity knowingly gave her fried chicken, although Ms. Mayonnaise pleaded that she didn't want to eat any urban food. We have Ms. Mayonnaise along with her attorney, Roger Bangher. Can you explain how you were feeling, Ms. Mayonnaise?
I told Sharkeisha Trinity 300 times, let me speak with your manager. And she just kept twerking, sticking her tongue out and laughing at me.
We have exclusive CCTV footage from the restaurant of Miss Mayonnaise and Sharkeisha's fried chicken confrontation.
Ms. Mayonnaise is suing Sharkeisha Trinity for everything she got, which is 3 deadbeat fathers and $100 in unpaid child support.
We need your $80,000 down payment now.
Can I do 6 child support checks, 1 EBT card, 10 Section 8 credits, and 2 Medicaid payments?
We take it all.
Welcome back to White News Network. I'm your host, Kimberly Kumquat. Today, the BFI released documents that claim no special files exist from that one famous island. Wink, wink. BFI director said, quote unquote, although you've seen plenty of known people at that island, no American people, you were just seeing shit. The BFI office also released perfectly edited 24-hour surveillance footage of that jail cell where the main guy in charge was being held. At this point, these guys are playing in our face. Most of you are too blind to see it.
Welcome back, folks, to the White News Network. I'm your host, Tom Blandley, and tonight a white woman is leaving her husband after trying a YN. HOA President Skylar White told WNN she is filing for divorce because, quote unquote, after trying a YN, you never go back. Her husband, Kevin White, owner of Proud Boys Country Club, says he is devastated by the news and that it is, quote unquote, total malarkey. The divorce hearing is set for July 13th at Cornbread District Family Court. If Mrs. White wins, she will be entitled to half of his shit that she never worked for. Next up, rock star Roger Bangher has already impregnated 3 women on his Fuckfest tour. But first, a word from our sponsor.
Want to do some totally unnecessary shit like mountain jump with a fly suit on? Then head over to whitepeopleshit.com.
Whitepeopleshit.com.
Swim with sharks. It's a blast. Make memories that last.
Whitepeopleshit.com.
All right, all right, all right. Hey, man, let's do some news. Let's do some news. Back at it, man. Yo, salute to the chat. I see y'all hopping up in here early, man. Uh, Brother Zeke was up in here first. What up, Brother Zeke? Irvin Reed, man. Good to see you, man. Lord of Brooklyn, what up? What up? All right, I see. All right, I see. Okay, cloud watchers are making their way in. I'm very curious to know who these cloud watchers are. They be here all the time. Yo, thanks to everybody who showed up last night. For me and Obsidian's conversation. It was actually a very good show. I think our best one so far. And it looks like next week, next Thursday, we'll be doing Trump tariff debate with the economists at the Economic Forum in Chicago. So that should be a great show. It's the Sabbath. I'm gonna get in here and knock a few stories out, and we'll get up out of here. Tomorrow I'll be back with an extended version of the news desk. While we get the Irvin Reed, I got your email too, Playboy. Yo, I'm gonna put you on an email with Mr. O. Um, if you want to be a full time on the you want to be a full time on the Demon Time with Mr. O, that might be the new lineup. I'm with that. I'll moderate that. You and Mr. O, and then we can open up the panel for people to come up while y'all do the Demon Time show, and may have that on a Saturday, John. So I'll put you on the email with Mr. O. Thanks for shooting me your email, bro. Brother Zeke said, "What? I overslept, but I caught the replay of Obsidian number 3. Yeah, I got to put the episode numbers on them joints too. You're right, but that came on the fly. We ain't know it was gonna be that many shows. We invited Obsidian once, and we hit it off. So it's on every Thursday. That's the time slot. So until Obsidian say no mas, he got a full-time residency over here on Machismo TV. Irvin Reed setting it off, supporting the stream. I appreciate you, sir. $2 super chat. He say, yo, yo, yo. Let's see you on the build attacks. Straight up. Yo, people be saying that too. I guess I do start off every show like, yo, yo, yo. That's the old school shit for the mic check. But yeah, yo, a couple people be fucking doing impressions of me saying, yeah, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up. Yeah, but that's the old school shit. Yo, F all you hoes.
Man, fuck all you hoes. Fuck you and your mammy and your granny too. Man, fuck all you hoes. I'm sick of this shit. Fuck all you hoes. Man, fuck all you. Don't give a damn, bitch, what you wanna do. Man, fuck all you hoes.
And for good measure.
My good fortune is your good fortune.
I don't need your fantasy women.
Oh, you're so stolid. You weren't like that before the beard. Very well.
All right, what's up? Universal Black in the building. Brian Will in the building. What up, y'all? All right, let's go. All right, Brother D, you said the debate was good. Yeah, that debate. Okay, you watched it. Yeah, I told you that debate was good. I guess a lot of people. That's why I was doubled down on the tariffs with Trump. Like, yeah, it was a no-brainer. I saw him. I said, "What's up with the wheezing? Am I wheezing? I don't know. I mean, yeah, I'm good." You know what it is, No, I got a headset mic. And it's right. The headset is right next to my friggin' my mouth and my nose. So every time and the mic's so good. So every time I inhale through my nose, sometimes you can hear it. And I don't bring the mic. Maybe I'll bring the mic further down by my chin. Maybe that's better. So you don't hear me inhaling. Yeah, that's what that is. I've heard that a couple times too. The mic is just really, really good. It picks up everything. Universal Black. I think it's you and Detroit 313 that be dropping the crypto like that. So here's a free crypto drop.
We got more pricey games coming up in the second half of the show. Don't go away, folks. We got more pricey games coming up in the second half of the show. Don't go away, folks. We got more pricey games coming up.
A brother Zeke said Keisha's is homeless, living in airports now. I don't mind. I mean, the Keisha Industrial Complex is falling apart. Let's go. All right, man, we're going to start this off with some lefties losing it, courtesy of Sky News in Australia. And I like the lefties losing it segment because they do a lot of the work for me. They clip up a lot of the liberals crashing out over this Trump shit. So let's go. See what we got. And this is recent. This is as of a few hours ago. Lefties losing it. Democrats go from bad to worse. Love it.
Good evening and welcome to a program devoted entirely to lefties losing it. Let's start with the WNBA. They had a humorously named All-Star game this weekend, and the players all wore these absurd T-shirts saying, "Pay us what you owe us."
Okay, yeah. Hell yeah. All right, this is a good one. And you see I got that posted on the community tab with old girl with Angel Reese. AI is undefeated with Angel Reese in the McDonald's uniform. And it's when WNBA players go on strike.
Be careful there, ladies. Be careful what you wish for, because the WNBA loses $40 million a year. That's how much they lost in 2024. And that's with the Caitlin Clark effect, that boosted interest and attendance at games. But it seems the activists who dominate this league, and sadly the WNBA is a highly political product, sadly some of these ladies are economically illiterate. Here is Brittany Sykes holding up a sign that says, "Pay the players." They are paid, and their entire league is propped up by the NBA, by the men's competition, something that is lost on a lot of the players, including Nafisa Collier.
Put in the blood, sweat, and tears for the new money that's coming in. And so we feel like we are owed a piece of that pie that we helped to create.
New money coming in, but it's not enough to cover.
Yeah, like, I don't understand how they don't understand. Well, they do understand the basic math. Your league does not turn a profit, has never turned a profit. You can only play because you're a tax write-off to the NBA, and they want more. And let's be honest, the only reason they even talking about the WNBA this year is because of Caitlin Clark. Sorry, it's the awkward-looking white girl, but the white girl can play. I don't give a fuck about the WNBA. I'm trying to tell you, who was doing our sports highlights on Sundays, and he ended up having to do Caitlin. She plays like she's like a girl version of Steph Curry. Like, the girl can play. She's exciting to watch. Basically, when she be playing, all the other chicks look like they moving in slow motion out there. And the girl good from the half court. Can't be mad at her. You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason people was watching. It's true. I don't even man, who the hell's watching WNBA? But you see, I be having Caitlin Clark shorts on the channel, and like I said, she performs well in the algorithm, and y'all hated on the broad. Like, that's the only reason y'all getting all this airtime is because of the straight white girl. That's the other thing. They saw that she ain't a muff muncher. You feel me? Irvin Reed with the $5 super chat. He said, Demon time, demon time is the work that keeps the world spinning. Hell yeah, like John Wick. We exposing the table. We on our digital Gideon slicing and dicing. Hell yeah. Hashtag FO.
Man, fuck all you hoes. Fuck you and your mammy and your granny too. I'm sick of this shit. Fuck all you hoes. Don't give a damn, bitch, what you wanna do.
to the WNBA?
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
Oh, brother Zeke, yo, I got the link you sent me. I opened it on my other machine. All right, perfect. We might actually review that on a Sunday show. That's a good link. All right, let's get back to this real quick.
For the costs, if these players understood basic maths, the T-shirts would be saying, I owe the NBA money. And the WNBA players are often their own worst enemies. They are always, well, many of them are always playing the victim and engaging in political activism that alienates the majority of sports fans.
Facts.
And they suffer from delusions of grandeur. The sport is growing, but other than Caitlin Clark, most sports fans couldn't name a single WNBA player.
I just said that. She's right. I'm going to be honest with you. Other than Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, those are the only WNBA players that I know. And even when I'm be doing Caitlin Clark clips, I don't clip nobody else but Angel Reese because she's a goofy, and Caitlin Clark because she performed.
The brilliant Shane Gillis used that to his advantage when he was hosting ESPN's The ESPYs, the Excellence in Sports Performance Awards.
Four-time WNBA All-Star Brittany Hicks is here. Give it up for Brittany, everybody. I'm joking around. That's my friend's wife. I knew none of you knew WNBA players. That's crazy. You clap for that.
They did clap for that, an audience of sports stars and fans that even they didn't know. Now to some happy news, and the unfunniest flog on television has just had his show cancelled. Yes, Stephen Colbert, the host of a show that was losing $40 to $50 million a year, a show that had a massive team of writers and producers and still managed to be painfully unfunny and nasty. Here is a little of Stephen Colbert through the years.
Donald Trump has been sworn in as president of the United States. I know. Listen, we're just as confused as you are. Joe Biden did it. I sat down and just started crying with relief. And Evie said, you never have to talk about him again. And then I cried with joy. After a bizarre and vicious campaign fueled by a desperate need not to go to jail, Donald Trump has won the 2024 election. Next year will be our last season. The network will be ending The Late Show in...
Yo, best montage ever. Would have had resided on air, bro. Go wokey, go broke, baby.
May.
And despite the fact that this catastrophe of a program with a dwindling audience was losing bundles of money, the left have somehow convinced themselves that Stephen Colbert was sacked because of Trump's dictatorial powers. This was some sort of a political hit job.
How long do all of the voices against this horrific administration
Why does Rosie O'Donnell look like somebody's old drunk uncle? That's what feminism would do to you. She already was fat and unattractive as it is.
have in terms of their careers and ability to make money? Because this madman, this mentally incapacitated, physically ill, mentally ill man is spiraling out of control. His dementia is out of control. His
That's all the Democrats do. They take everything that they're doing, or she's basically talking about Biden and just putting it on Trump. At this point, one of my biggest gripes with them is that they are constantly insulting the public's intelligence. It's like it's their media policy that we're just going to tell you anything we want, and we're going to force you to believe it, even though your eyes and your ears tell you something different. It's the highest form of condescension.
self-regulation, which she has none of to begin with, is missing.
Oh, poor Rosie. She really is a broken fool. It almost feels bad mocking her. Oh.
Universal Black said She said Ireland eating potato soup. Yeah, I think it's funny.
Almost. Let's hear now from actress Jamie Lee Curtis, who also sees some sort of a conspiracy here. Apparently, it's all about shutting down dissent.
It's bad. He's a great, great guy. They just cut NPR and, public broadcasting. Yes, they're trying to silence people, but that won't work. It won't work. We will just get louder.
Oh, Jamie, you silly girl. As if the taxpayer, the American taxpayer, is obliged to fund the hard left activism of PBS or NPR. But the most moronic rant goes to a dude who calls himself a Charlemagne. He actually calls himself Charlemagne the God. This is his fact-free, hysterical, and diabolically stupid take.
Canceling Colbert is an obvious move to...
She said fact-free and diabolically stupid. I'm gonna have to use that. Oh, and Charlemagne going on this rant. One of the Democratic handlers then stuck their hand up his ass and used them as a sock puppet again.
To appease Donald Trump. And I need to tell y'all something. If you don't think we are under a regime with an authoritarian strategy, then you are bugging. This is textbook authoritarian rule. Target your critic, centralize power in a few hands, intimidate through punishment or removal. And you know what that usually does? Shuts people the F up. Okay, tightens control over public discourse, sends a message to all media outlets that criticism of Trump could cost you access, approval, editor.
That's just all. They're listing everything that happened during the Biden administration. And they're getting rid of all these people now. Mainstream media is falling apart because they spent the last 4 years lying to the public. And the public has had enough, and their viewership is dropping. So is their ad dollars, and all of their shows are losing money. Joy Reid was the first to go. He anchored CNN, MSNBC. They're shutting content left and right. Colbert's out. I think The View's on its way out.
Territorial control all your job. This is what authoritarian regimes do. They weaponize legal systems to punish dissent and control messaging.
I've got to say that's frankly hilarious, unintentionally hilarious, and what the kids call projection, because what he described there is in fact precisely what the left does, not the free speech loving right. Here is a Charlemagne the God being schooled by Larry Elder a couple of years ago. This is my favourite clip of his. This is where he tries to race bait the Republican, and it does not go well for him.
In America, 60% of the shootings, robberies, and the homicides are committed by black people, often against other black people. You can't blame it on poverty. You can't blame it on racism. It is a breakdown of the nuclear intact family, and neither side is talking about it.
Let me ask you a question. What do white people do wrong?
What do you mean, what do white people do? I'm not worried about white people. I'm worried about what's going on with us.
But if there's systemic racism in this country, which we know it is.
No, I don't say there is. You say there is. I don't believe that.
Have you ever heard the term wake-up call?
No.
It is an incident where a person of color forgets that they are of color and are reminded by an unexpected act of racism.
I'm acutely aware, Charlemagne, that I'm a black person, just as you are a black person. And when Joe Biden insulted you by saying, you ain't really black, we don't know whether or not you want to vote for me or vote for Donald Trump. And Joe Biden has lied for decades about his civil rights record, claiming that he desegregated movie theaters and restaurants in Wilmington.
Wow. This is what you call getting your teeth kicked in on your old show. I forgot about this clip. Yo, give him that work.
When he didn't do any of that, and he came in here and told you aren't even black and let you think a certain kind of way. It seemed to me that should have been a wake-up call for you, but it wasn't, apparently.
Wow. He said it seems to me that should have been a nigga wake-up call for you, but it wasn't. Oh, your old show, homie, got done dirty. Completely forgot about that. Yo, he said that seems to me that should have been your nigga wake-up call for you, but apparently it wasn't. Ouch.
Now, the left is losing their teeny tiny minds over the brilliantly named alligator Alcatraz in Florida. The detention center has been called a Nazi concentration camp. These people are sick, but they cannot come up with any concrete reasons why this facility is so heinous. The Washington Post tried, they revealed exclusively the horrors of illegal immigrants waiting to be deported, being fed meals of cold ham sandwiches. Someone called The Hague, but it was Democrat Congresswoman Demi Wasserman-Schultz who really exposed the true horror of this institution.
They essentially drink, they get their drinking water and they brush their teeth where they poop in the same unit. They bragged that they went above standards, supposedly.
I want to say something with this. This is another Democrat official, and they so upset about these conditions in a pristine new facility for non-American citizens who the ones primarily getting arrested are violent offenders. And we got all these prisons with all these Americans in it. And they ain't at none of these joints talking about the conditions. Yo, it's a slap in the American public space, or even American citizens who are locked up. Many people who are locked up and who are actually innocent. Many of them victims of the crime bill signed in by Democrats. Bro, this party got to go, man.
And gave them a 3-foot privacy wall.
So they poop in the same space where they brush their teeth. You mean like a bathroom, like every home in America, every home in the West has? Where is Debbie brushing her teeth? In the dining room? Hunter Biden, you remember him, the crack-addled whore enthusiast, son of former President Joe Biden, is back, and he is angry.
Did she say crack-addled whore enthusiast? She got a lot of good one-liners.
He's angry at the lefties who, after years of covering up his father's obvious cognitive decline, dumped him and installed Kamala as their 2024 presidential candidate. And that includes Hollywood actor George Clooney, who penned a New York Times piece calling for Biden to step down after that disastrous debate with President Trump. Well, Hunter, who you'll recall scored an unconditional presidential pardon, sat down for an interview with Channel 5 and he let Clooney have it. The left are turning on each other and it's glorious.
Him and everybody around him. I don't have to be nice.
Yo, we did the full interview the other night. We did the Osmond Gold reaction to it. Yo, this is comedy gold, and it is official. Hunter Biden knows how to cook crack, at the level of an all-star street chemist, drug dealer, etc. He is official.
Number one, I agree with Quentin Tarantino. George Clooney is not a actor. He is a I don't know what he is. He's a brand. And by the way, and God bless him. You know what? He supposedly treats his friends really well. You know what I mean? Buys them things. And he's got a really great place in Lake Como. And he's great friends with Barack Obama. You, what do you have to do with anything? Why do I have to listen to you? What right do you have to step on a man who's given 52 years of his life to the service of this country and decide that you, George Clooney, are going to take out basically a full-page ad in the New York Times to undermine the president at a time in which, by the way, what do people care about the most? Why do you think that the Republicans have an advantage over us? Because they're unified. They will go along with anything. I wasn't asking anybody to go along with anything. I was asking people to go along with this. The most successful administration in my lifetime.
Wow, he may still be high if he thinks the Biden administration was the most successful administration in his lifetime. And he wasn't done yet with George Clooney. And here he admits what we have all suspected, that Clooney was acting on the behest of Barack Obama.
You know what George Clooney did? Because he sat down, I guess, because he was like given a blessing by the Obama team or the Obama people and whoever else, and David Axelrod and whoever the else, is to go, okay, yeah, you know what? We are going to insert our judgment over yours. Me and James Carville, who hasn't run a race in 40 years.
And it's not just George Clooney, James Carville, or Team Obama that Hunter is upset with. CNN's Jake Tapper copped a serve too for that silly little book he wrote about Biden's cognitive decline. It doesn't matter to Hunter that Tapper covered up for his dad for years and only wrote that book after the election. He's now on the enemy list.
Yeah, it's Quiet Storm said it's crazy that said I love these Sky News Australia. They be roasting these Democrats at an epic level. But the thing is, yeah, she's witty and funny. But the thing is, the stuff they're calling out, it's not even like earth-shattering like research or anything like that, or some, like if you're listening to like Levin or somebody like that, or Victor Hansen or Victor David Hansen, where it's like a high level intellectual analysis on what's going on. This is them just blatantly pointing out like the obvious in a humorous way, but from a commonsensical standpoint that I think most of the general public can do. And I think that's why when you look at a CBS and MSNBC or a CNN, it's blatantly apparent that it's propaganda, because it's like, how are y'all coming to this friggin' conclusion? Irvin Reed with the $5 super chat. He says, that's what I was saying earlier. Where's all the energy for the wrongly over locked up black men on nonviolent crimes? Man, F all you hoes. Says it all. Bitch ain't shit but 304s and tricks tax. Hell yeah. Yeah, I was making the same point. His father, once again, his father is the one who drafted and signed the crime bill. Here's another piece of irony. The crime bill is those over-exorbitant high sentences for people who are selling and using crack. And his son is a crack addict on video with possessions of copious amounts of crack cocaine, and he is not locked up. You can't make this shit up.
Man, fuck all you hoes. Fuck you and your mammy and your granny too. And fuck all you hoes. I'm sick of this shit. Fuck all you hoes. And fuck all you. Don't give a damn, bitch, what you wanna do. And fuck all you hoes.
But I'm gonna play a little bit more of this, and then I want to jump to the Elena Habba and Jazane Maxwell segment. And it's a small segment because we're going to do a short one tonight, but I'm going to do a more extensive, in-depth news review on it tomorrow.
Who's Jake Tapper's audience? Jake Tapper,
my mom or something. I don't know.
well, I don't know.
Yeah.
For real though, I don't even think it's your mom anymore.
No.
By the numbers, what influence does Jake Tapper have over anything? He has the smallest audience on cable news, and beyond that, I think that the book is right now on Amazon that he put out. I mean, his ratings just went to shit after he put the book out. They did a 2-week infomercial for it. I mean, it was such a money grab.
Now, I regret to inform you that Hunter Biden is not just taking pot shots at aging Hollywood types and CNN hacks. He's somehow deluded himself into believing he could take on Trump or the president of El Salvador, Nayib Bukele. Hunter wants to bring back the illegal immigrants, the criminals deported to El Salvador, and is willing to take drastic measures to do so.
I wonder if she's cute without makeup. International Quiet Store said, "This is my donation for the Hunter Biden cause. I don't think you can buy $2 worth of crack. Well, $3.04 worth. Oh, I just peeped that. 304. I see what you. Okay, I see what you did there. I see what you did there. This is my donation for the Hunter Biden cause with the $3.04.
Man, fuck all you hoes. Fuck you and your mammy and your granny too. And fuck all you hoes. I'm sick of this shit. Fuck all you hoes. And fuck all you. Don't give a damn, bitch, what you wanna do. And fuck all you hoes.
Which reminds me, this by the numbers segment, this is courtesy of Quiet Storm. I pulled this off my WhatsApp. This is your segment. So yeah, that's Quiet Storm's double donation to the show. All right, let's get to, we're at the 38-minute mark here. Let's go to meat and potatoes, shall we? Let me load up this next segment because crazy what's so you guys know Alina Habba, Trump, well, DOJ via Trump appointed her in Jersey to clean Jersey up, and the Democratic senators removed her at the end of her term and placed her here we go, and placed her assistant in her place. And then Pam Bondi went and fired the person that they placed in her position, went and fired her the same day. So that person had their job like 24 hours. And this is new. This is recent. This is as of 7 hours ago. I think Trump overruled everybody and put Elena back in position. Yo, there's a quiet, well, maybe not so quiet, judicial war going on between the executive branch and the judiciary. And and not saying that it's coming from the Supreme Court. It's this faction of radical leftist judges, and that once again keeps going to my point. At some point, the Supreme Court's going to have to stomp down on everybody and really put everybody in check before this really gets out of hand, because it's going to start to look like an encroachment and almost a constitutional coup with regard to the judiciary branch encroaching on the powers of the executive. He said, Rita's foldable. I agree. But she wouldn't be my first option. Yeah, she's foldable. She's got that cute voice and everything. I don't think she'd be cute without makeup, though. Although she doesn't have a lot on. She's got kind of a rodent-y face.
Now, chief legal correspondent and anchor for Fox News Sunday. Does anything about this surprise you?
No, because, the president can get creative. Different administratives do this, and they have ways. There are, protocols that allow them to take different paths to the same end result they want to get to. I have to say this, though. The attorney who was named by those federal judges to replace Alina Habba and then fired by the DOJ has indicated she plans to show up for work. I don't know if that's still the case, but if you thought that President Trump, Fed Chair Powell meeting was awkward yesterday, I think if that attorney, Desiree Grace, shows up and Alina Habba shows up at the office at the same time, thinking they're doing the same job, it could
what could go wrong?
Very uncomfortable.
My goodness. I want to get to the latest news on Ghislaine Maxwell and this very productive meeting with the deputy.
Okay, so yeah, Ghislaine Maxwell has agreed to testify before, I think it's either Congress or the Senate. So I took the short clip of this. There's a long, extensive one. I'll actually cover that one tomorrow. But she might have negotiated to spill the guts for a partial pardon.
Deputy AG, according to their attorney. This is some of President Trump leaving the White House when asked about Maxwell from earlier today. Listen.
Would you consider a pardon or a commutation for Ghislaine Maxwell if
It's something I haven't thought about. It's really something. It's something I'm allowed to do it, but it's something I have not thought about.
Allowed to, but I haven't thought about it. I'll get you to weigh in on that, as we are now being told we've got some brand new video we just turned of Ghislaine Maxwell. I believe this is, okay, leaving the courthouse? Okay, so this is just in. It's obviously not very good. The car's behind the fence. You know, we do our best with what access you can get, but this is brand new video. So anyway, this talk of a pardon, where does all of this go?
I mean, for federal crimes, of course, the president does have a lot of authority to do that. And they say they haven't asked for it yet, but they say we hope he would use that power responsibly if it comes up in this case. But gosh, there's so much else happening with respect to Ghislaine Maxwell. She's got a filing due with the U.S. Supreme Court on Monday because she's appealing her conviction on a number of grounds. Primarily the fact that this deal that was made in South Florida with respect to Jeffrey Epstein, that she was also, she thought, protected by that deal. That's her argument with the Supreme Court. So the justices still have to weigh in on this as well. But again, her attorney and both the DOJ seem to think it's been a fruitful conversation the last couple of days. Stunning to hear from her attorney that she says she's never been able to tell her story, that she was never questioned by a federal prosecutor. And to those of us who've been covering this for years, we just assumed that she had been.
So what do you see happening next?
Damn. So she was never even questioned by the federal prosecutor, but she just sat. And that's the point I've been making. She was rolling with Epstein for, I don't know, maybe a decade. And I'm just thinking, she's never questioned by a federal prosecutor, and she has sat and kept her mouth shut. She sat in federal prison. She's think about it this way. She's the heiress of a billionaire. So she grew up, you know, the daughter of a billionaire and ended up rolling with billionaires. So that's the lifestyle she's used to. So to sit in a federal prison and keep your mouth shut, man, there's something there. And not even have your attorneys offer to make a deal and stuff like that. Like I said, to be quiet like that, like you know something, and then you know and you must know the consequences of opening your mouth. For you to sit in federal prison like that, that's crazy. I mean, think about that.
With all of this. This was the second day of meetings, productive meetings as they're being described. Clearly, we're going to see how this all plays out. Her brother has been speaking and more. I guess what's the next with all this? What are we watching for?
A couple of things. First of all, there's a House subpoena for her now, the House Oversight Committee. So it'll be interesting to see in what format that gets enforced, if we get to hear her answering questions or what the forum is for that. But also, as David mentioned, there are a couple of courts here in New York, those federal courts, that are replying now to this request from the DOJ that the grand jury transcripts be released. You saw that denied in Florida. It's a different court up here. They may make a different decision, but even if we get those, what will we find? How long will it take for us to go, get them into the public sphere?
Well, I can't tell you how great it is to have you here in New York City, and we'll be watching for you on Fox News Sunday this weekend. Who do you have coming up?
So House Intel Chair Rick Crawford and also Jason Crow, Democrat, on that panel as well, because we're going to talk about all of the records released by DNI Gabbard. The two of them see them very differently, so we'll debate it on Sunday.
A lot of interest.
Yeah, I don't care what nobody say. Tulsi Gabbard firing shots across the bow. She not playing, and she coming with receipts. We played her full press briefing the other night. She's a serious customer, bro. She's not for the games. We'll do this. We at the 47-minute mark. Maybe do one more time. Let's let me see. Yeah, let's do this one. Quiet Storm sent me this one too, actually. This one is I wanted to do this one. This is Letitia James up to her old tricks again. And I didn't know this. Maybe someone can confirm. I'll do my own research. Is Letitia James a tether? If she is, that explains a lot of shit. And then if she is a tether, Oh, she definitely got some come uppance going. Still said, Tulsi gonna need that ass in my bedroom. Yeah, she look. I'm a yo when she's got that white streak in her hair and like those nice features, and I think that she purposely wears those white suits and everything. But I'm telling you, bro, she looks like a superhero. Like, you know what I'm saying? She looks like a superhero. I wouldn't be surprised if she's a mutant. I'm just saying. A lot of times that should be right in your face. That's comic book lore, but you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, Letitia James gonna get her fat ass locked up. Irvin Reed with the $5 super chat. He said, "I said this on Osmond's channel. Feds not asking. They're going after bigger fish. Yeah, if she offered, closed lips is keeping her breathing. Facts, facts. They was definitely going after. I mean, bro, she was facilitating this, that, and the other. But I'm just trying to. I guess there are fates worse than death type thing. Like I said, they got well, here's the thing. Her father, Maxwell, he's the one who, quote unquote, fell off of his yacht and drowned, and she was still a kid then. But he was working with Mossad for a long time also. So everybody already believes he was killed by Mossad. They killed him and threw him off his own yacht. So, do you know what I'm saying? What I'm saying, I think for her to know so much and keeping her mouth shut, I think that shit might be more than breathing. That's one of those things like they can do more damage than just get you deleted. Like, you know what I mean? Like things that you really care about outside yourself type thing. That's the only thing that makes sense to me, because bigger fish to fry, she can offer up the fish. She's been rolling with him for close to a decade.
Man, fuck all you hoes. Fuck you and your mammy and your granny too. Fuck all you hoes. I'm sick of this shit. Fuck all you hoes. Fuck all you. Don't give a damn, bitch, what you wanna do. Fuck all you hoes.
Irvin got jokes. This nigga said sip mode. Take some of that sultry out your voice talking about Tulsi. Yo, that's Quiet Storm's boo thing. Tulsi, hello. We cool because it's bros before hashtag FRUs. That's Quiet Storm boo thing. I want to keep telling y'all she got bad skin. Know what I mean?
Man, fuck all you hoes. Fuck you and your mammy and your granny too. Fuck all you hoes. I'm sick of this shit. Fuck all you hoes. Fuck all you. Don't give a damn, bitch, what you wanna do. Fuck all you hoes.
What he said, brothers? He said, so yeah, Tulsi's DNI's rogue. Let me say, the dragnet may be bigger than we imagine. Yeah, well, Tulsi is. I mean, she named Obama by name. That's the paperwork that was put out. The whole point is that all of it was signed off by Obama, and the secondary piece of intelligence from the initial briefing is that was all initiated by Obama. The initial findings prior to the Steele dossier is that yeah, Russia's interfering here and there, but that's nothing new. But they're not a direct threat, and it's the prompting for the additional or subsequent intelligence report uh, by Obama is that sets it all off and tying Trump into it. And they got the signatures and everything. It's bugged to me that, well, No one ever thought Trump was going to win. I was going to say, it's bugged to me that they didn't shred that shit. He said, I'm looking beyond the skin in the world of sin. So let it begin then. I'll make it wins. Lakers won't win. Y'all niggas is funny. Yo, we had some rock thing going on like in the chat like a couple weeks ago. Yo, what up, Simeon? What up with you, Playboy? I see you up in here. You ain't missed nothing. We on the tail end of this news joint. I'm gonna do one more little segment and get out of here. We do the extended 2-hour version tomorrow. Oh yeah, and if you went here tomorrow, Storm, I got a new and if Kwame's here, I got a new by the numbers segment for you. I got an election map simulation, a new one with J.D. Vance against Governor Newsom. And I haven't watched it all the way through. I'll do a fresh watch with you guys. This one is Homeland Security Border Czar Holman's fiery response to Letitia James. Dead wrong. Let's go. And this is Quiet Storm sent me this one too.
Are suing the Trump administration in a push to restore taxpayer funds, funded benefits, I should say, for illegal migrants. Border Czar Tom Homan is here. He'll react to that in moments. But first, Griff Jenkins has more on this from the White House. So, Griff, what is their plan exactly?
Well, so Sandra, these 21 AGs, all from Democrat-led states, are suing the Trump administration to restore taxpayer-funded benefits for illegal aliens. Benefits, by the way, paid for by you, the American people. Now, this lawsuit, led by New York's Letitia James, comes after several federal agencies announced earlier.
Is she really suing? Suing the Trump administration so that they can give away taxpayer dollars to non-U.S. citizens? Yo, this shit crazy, bro.
This month, they're cutting undocumented immigrants' access to more than a dozen health and education programs.
It's nothing more than an attempt by this administration to terminate programs that millions of individuals have relied upon in order to advance.
She's suing to give money to illegal aliens. That's crazy. Oh, but like I said, someone said that she's part immigrant. So it's, bro, it kind of makes sense. Bro, yo, I know how this sounds, but yo, one, we got to get the Keishas out of office. Number two, when we electing these brown people, man, motherfuckers need to start getting ancestry checks, because that ain't helping us either. Y'all elected these brown people and they working directly against you. They are actually suing to give your taxpayer dollars to illegal immigrants. Why don't they give some of the money to the veterans and the homeless and the people that actually live in your city in New York who can't afford rent? This is crazy.
His cruel immigration policies. It is unconscionable. It's unconstitutional. It's in violation of the law. And that is why we are seeking an injunction against the implementation of this.
Now, the Trump administration claims by barring access to programs like Head Start, food aid, and job training for illegal aliens, they are preserving nearly $40 billion in benefits for American citizens. But these states are...
Bingo. There it is, right there. Bingo. Bingo. He just said it. Trump administration, yo, I didn't even watch this segment. That was just my common sense talk. He said by cutting all these benefits to illegal aliens in New York, that's $40 million that can be redirected to U.S. citizens. And you got the New York AG fighting to not give the money to New York residents, but to give it to the... Yo, you can't make this shit up.
argue the changes are causing significant disruptions already, and that providers could struggle to verify the citizenship status of recipients. The National Republican Congressional Committee is blasting this lawsuit, saying, quote, "Let that sink in. Democrats are fighting in court to take your money and give it to criminals who broke our laws." But as Democrats...
Yo, all right, okay. Bro, I have not watched that segment. I really just said that off the top of my head. I didn't know that was the punchline. That's what that's how everybody's framing it. Like, are they really suing? So look, they're spending taxpayer dollars to file the lawsuit against the Trump administration to take $40 million of additional taxpayer money to give to non-U.S. citizens, as opposed to give it to the New Yorkers in the state where she actually lives. You got to get these demons out of here, bro.
Let's push to restore access. They argue most federal benefits are already off limits to illegal aliens. Meanwhile, in some progressive states like California and Illinois that have state-funded health benefits for illegal aliens, they're now starting to scale those programs back due to budget shortfalls. Sandra?
All right, Griff Jenkins live at the White House on that for us. Griff, thank you. John?
All right, Sandra, for more on this, let's bring in Tom home in the Trump administration borders are. Tom, a lot to get to in the next few minutes. But let me get you, first of all, to comment on this lawsuit brought by Letitia James and attorneys general from 20 other states.
Well, look, it's ridiculous. Letitia James, I mean, she's the attorney general of the state of New York. She's the chief law enforcement officer. She's an officer of the court. She should want ICE out there enforcing the law. And as far as, you know, I've heard for decades from the Democrats that illegal aliens don't take advantage of our social services programs. They have. I've been around a long time. This is a great move by President Trump. Number one, it ends an enticement for a lot of people to come here. And number two, taxpayer benefits should go to United States taxpayers, not those who are in the... ends an enticement for a lot of people to come here.
Hold up. That's why I paused it. Why she got the Biggie Smalls eye? You see that? She got the Biggie Smalls ready to die eye. Look at that. Niggas want to stick me for my paper. Really? That's what we doing?
And number two, taxpayer benefits should go to United States taxpayers, not those who are in the country illegally, who entered the country illegally, which is a crime. So this is the exact thing we should be doing. I salute President Trump for pushing this.
I know, Tom, that you are very frustrated with the lack of cooperation that you're getting from law enforcement officials in New York State, in particular New York City, when it comes to ICE operations. Letitia James had this to say about New York's support for ICE operations. Listen here.
New York State and other Democratic states cooperate with ICE when it comes to criminal convictions, but when it comes to innocent individuals who serve as your nanny, who clean your home, individuals who are our neighbors, individuals who unfortunately are just trying to make ends meet each and every day.
So she's saying it's a different thing, that they're cooperating with you on criminal convictions, but other folks, not so much. But are they cooperating with you on criminal convictions?
No, they're not. She knows what she's talking about. Bottom line is we are prioritizing criminal threats and public safety threats and national security threats. We had an agreement to get into Rikers Island, and Mayor Adams, signed an executive order to get into Rikers Island. Of course, the governor came down, totally against it. City council sued and kept us out of there. We're on our way to some collaboration on criminals in Rikers Island, but that was shut down. But they keep pushing this issue. They're helping us. No, they're not. New York.
Yeah, there you go, Saul. He caught it. She's afraid of losing slaves. Yeah. That's the whole argument. The people who will clean your toilets and watch your children, your nannies. Saw in the building, y'all. What up, what up, what up, what up? Let's go.
City. Matter of fact, the two men who were involved with shooting the off-duty CBP officer, they both are released from NYPD precincts many times, several times. So, and look, in New York, NYPD wants to help us. The officers on the ground want to help us. But it's a sanctuary city that was created by Bill Blasio and supported by the city council that has shut us out. Letitia James is wrong. New York is not helping us with criminals.
All right. A shining example of that might be what happened with the CBP officer who was shot by an illegal alien in Fort Washington Park. Here's the rap sheet of one of the people under arrest. Christian Ayabar Baroa entered the U.S. illegally in June of 2022. New York City ignored a detainer against him. He was charged with second-degree reckless endangerment, grand larceny, petty larceny a couple of times. Despite an ICE detainer, he was released back onto New York City streets. Also charges of reckless driving, driving without a license, a final removal order of January 3rd, 2023, yet he was still out in the streets. His alleged accomplice, Miguel Francisco Mora Nunez, entered the U.S. illegally April 4th, 2023, charged with grand larceny, petty larceny, reckless driving, second and third degree assault, criminal contempt a couple of times, robbery with a firearm in Massachusetts. Final order of removal November 6, 2024. Yet he was still on the streets as well. So what does that say about this vaunted cooperation that Letitia James is talking about?
There is no cooperation. I'll use Laken Riley, for example. She may be alive today if NYPD would work with ICE, because he was arrested and charged with a crime in New York City and simply walked out of the precinct. The illegal aliens who attacked NYPD officers in Times Square, they're arrested. No one called ICE. And so it goes on and on and on. So I blame several people. I blame the governor of New York, Governor Hochul, who pushed bail reform, so people are being released straight from the precincts. And I blame the city council to New York City, because they are shutting down any cooperation with ICE. Again, we're so close to getting to Rikers Island so we can arrest a bad guy in the safety and security of a jail rather than release him in the community, which is going to be another community threat.
All right, that's my fault. I was actually going off on a tangent. I was saying that what Holman just said, Holman's been saying that since before Trump got elected. Yo, just give me access to the jails. We got warrants. ICE has warrants on all of these people. Just give me access to the jails. You give me access to the jails, you won't even see ICE officers on the street. And with him saying this with Hochul and New York City Council, and even what's playing out in what played out in Chicago and in LA, he's right. That's the city council blocking city council and local officials, sometimes governors, sometimes mayor, blocking ICE having access to those facilities. And that proves that this is just, that's being done on purpose. It's a political ploy. It's a ploy to force ICE agents into the community, create the chaos so that the Democrats have political hay to say, hey, look at what the Trump administration's doing with these fascist-like tactics, rounding up illegals on the streets, and then they're organizing the protests. Like, all this is political theater. It's being orchestrated. And a lot of it, I think, initially they thought that it was going to force Trump's hand. This is my opinion, to have him fall back and have him get, lose some sort of political capital with his base. I just don't think that they expected Trump to double down as hard as he did. And then they thought, okay, if he doubles down, he'll his poll ratings will drop. So in that regard, I think they completely underestimated the degree to which the American public really is behind or supports these deportations and getting these illegals out of the country. And the bigger picture isn't really so much, oh, let's just get them out there because they're illegal. This is about resources. People are just tired of them skipping a line and sucking up resources that need to go to everyday Americans, especially with the prices of things and the affordability of living becoming so onerous as of late. International Quiet Storm says, we covered that segment. We certainly did. We were there when Holman asked Mayor Adams, would he help ICE? Yup. He agreed, but now reneged on cards. Give me 3. Oh, y'all niggas doing a space draw? Give me 3 books, okay? Straight up.
Man, fuck all you hoes. Fuck you and your mammy and your granny too. Fuck all you hoes. I'm sick of this shit. Fuck all you hoes. Don't give a damn, bitch, what you wanna do. Fuck all you hoes.
Oh, Irvin Reed, yo, you're spot on with this, and I think you're on to something. With the final super chat, he said, where's our Elliot Ness, our Dick Tracy? Why don't we have an executive order to establish this generation's untouchables? Where are the marshals? I think you're spot on with that. I think that may or may not. I think that may be in the works under Kash Patel. Because even leading up to the election, he was talking about he wanted to bring back old school FBI policing. That's what they're supposed to be out doing, solving crimes, not all these bureaucrats and doing all the firing. I think Patel's doing his job in the background. And I think maybe toward the end of Trump's presidency, we might start to see something like that. And bear in mind, Kash Patel's tenure is for 10 years. So the director has that job for 10 years. But I think you're spot on with that. And your point also goes to a point that I've made repeatedly, that the left has gone so far left that you have the everyday black man now making a case or a call for friggin' law enforcement. You know what I mean? If you can believe it.
Man, fuck all you hoes. Fuck you and your mammy and your granny too. Fuck all you hoes. I'm sick of this shit. Fuck all you hoes. Don't give a damn, bitch, what you wanna do. Fuck all you hoes.
That's what they sold us, but I'm not seeing it. I agree with you to some extent with that. I will say this though. I don't think Trump's hit his 200th day yet. This is what I think of what I'd be saying about the perception of performance in the Overton window, with regard to how rapidly these things shift. So we just got through the Biden administration with absolutely nothing happening. And then in Trump's first 160, 70 days, he gets all this shit done with light speed, shuts down the borders, takes out nuclear sites in Iran, tariff deals. We got a surplus. So it's like, and this is the one time where you actually see him letting his cabinet members actually do their job in terms of what was delegated to them, not micromanaging as much. So I think pick and choose your battles and count your wins. And some wins are more important than others in terms of priority lists on the so campaign promise, and as per the mandate, shut the border down, shut the crossings, done all that, money coming in. He wants to close these deals, got the big beautiful bill passed. Try to take care of the money first. Like I said, take care of the money first and secure the midterms. And honestly, those are the most important things. Take care of the money first, lock down the midterms. If we don't lock down the midterms, nothing gets done. The only thing that will get done is everything that got done up into the midterms. Because if we lose the House, the Democrats will just block everything. He said Trump's moving at lightning speed. However, it also proves that when he wants to handle it and handle it and be done with it, it gets done. Art of the deal. Yes. Yeah. I think we're looking at real time board shifting and management at the same time. And I will say this, in light of all of the Democratic nonsense, all of the leaking from his cabinet, all of mutinies being shut down, his performance is way better than his first term. And his first term was great. Honestly and truly, the Iran nuclear bombing and show of military force. I mean, honestly, if he had just did that, that's just a win. Like we're in the new ball field, a new level of scorekeeping now, because the list of accomplishments is like there's nothing to compare it with, especially if we're going to use the last administration. So Trump's approaching the point where he's going to start being scored and judged based on his own scorecard, because the default argument now is always going to be like, are you serious? Look at how much you did compared to the Biden administration. You see what I mean? So Trump's about to be a victim of his own success. Do you know what I'm saying? Moving forward. What's this? He says, so you think Trump is changing the board of the so Bruce Wayne type shit? Hell yeah. That's exactly what's going on. All the rules are out the rule book. And dude, the board's not even the same now. Look, bro, look at it this way. Look at all the twofers and extras we're getting. We're watching in real time mainstream media get decimated right in front of us. And like, do you know what I'm saying? And that was like that's like side work being done. Storm says if he keeps up the pace of these mass deportations and do anything with anything with family court child support, he won the male voice for the GOP. Yo, you're spot on. I've been reiterating that live and behind the scenes with Saul and Tito almost every conversation. If after the midterms, because like I said, I'm with that strategy of like rack up as many wins before the State of the Union, so you have a massive State of the Union address. We'll secure the midterms, and then right after the midterms, do you know what I'm saying? Pull out the long knives, go after all your enemies. You ain't got nothing to lose. Throw people in jail, and on those last 2 years or on your way out, do something with paternity testing or family court or child support, and get something like that on the table and passed executive order to be codified in the law, or a piece of legislation passed. If he does that, he'll lock down the mail vote for the next decade, bro, for the GOP. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? Like, bro, I've been harping about Powell at the Fed with the interest rates, and so apparently I didn't have my pulse on it because the pressure's on. Like, they're trying to get Powell the hell about it, and they have to. All the other economic indicators are up. So in terms of monetary policy and controlling the monetary policy, he should have been dropped them damn interest rates. And like I said, at this point, it's looking like a purposeful attempt to strangle Trump's economy and to sabotage the administration. And it's bad when you got Democratic economists being like, yeah, we really don't understand why he's not dropping these rates. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you know it's bad. Yeah, just do something about the mandatory DNA testing. Taxes going to the person, paying child support and paternity fraud. Just anything. Yo, I'm with you 100%. Yo, if he hits just one of those, they manage just one of those with the family courts, like, they'll lock down the mail vote for the next decade, the GOP. You know what I'm saying? All right, this is all right, we're gonna end with this short segment. We are hour 18-minute in, so that's perfect. And this is I think Quiet Storm sent me this one too. This one is GOP torches Democrats in June fundraising numbers could spell trouble for 2026. So yeah, this is a nice segue into some midterm talk. So let's just take a quick look at this. My volume turned up, yeah.
Particularly fundraising, because we've got some new data that's sort of interesting. We're going to break it all down for you.
I'm gonna run that back.
Hey, everybody, we're looking way ahead to 2026 and the midterm elections, and we're taking a look at money, particularly fundraising, because we've got some new data that's sort of interesting. We're going to break it all down for you here. Fundraising back in June by the Republican National Committee and the Democratic National Committee. Take a look at the numbers here. Republicans virtually 2-to-1 in terms of how much they raised in these campaign dollars. And this is how much year to date that both have raised. You can see a huge advantage for Republicans.
Them Democratic donors is feeling burnt by losing that $1 billion to Kamala. Woo! They feeling burnt about Kamala flushing that $1 billion down the toilet, baby.
The reason this is important is because at this stage in the game, dollars don't just mean you can pay for more ads. It also is a measure in some sense of enthusiasm. So Republicans are looking at those numbers and feeling pretty good because they think that it shows voters are maybe leaning in their direction ahead of 2026. Now, historically, the party that's in power, that wins the White House in the midterm elections, loses seats. So in that sense, it seems Democrats may have a built-in advantage here, but both sides are going to be trying to message moving forward on the.
All right, let's take a look at the numbers again.
Hey, everybody, we're looking way ahead to 2026 and the midterm elections, and we're taking a look at money, particularly fundraising, because we've got some new data that's sort of interesting. We're going to break it all down for you here. Fundraising back in June by the Republican National Committee and the Democratic National Committee. Take a look at the numbers here. Republicans virtually 2-to-1 in terms of how much they raised in these campaign dollars. And this is how much year to date that both have raised. You can see a huge advantage for Republicans.
Yo, that 80 mil to 15 mil. Yo, that's what I'm telling you. Them big donors for the Democrats, they threw $1 billion behind Kamala. They basically just set that $1 billion on fire.
Advantage for Republicans. The reason this is important is because at this stage in the game, dollars don't just mean you can pay for more ads. It also is a measure in some sense of enthusiasm. So Republicans are looking at those numbers and feeling pretty good because they think that it shows voters are maybe leaning in their direction ahead of. It shows voters are maybe.
Yeah, I put that back. Mike Johnson, I got to give it to him. I was wrong about him. I did not trust this little Weasley dude right here. Did not trust him. And I was like, why is Trump holding on to this guy, Mike Johnson? But he pulled off a miracle getting the votes for this big, beautiful bill and getting Trump's legislative initiatives passed. So I'll admit it. I was wrong about this guy because I did not trust this weasel at all.
Good, because they think that it shows voters are maybe leaning in their direction ahead of 2026. Now, historically, the party that's in power, that wins the White House in the midterm elections, loses seats. So, in that sense, it seems Democrats may have a built-in advantage here. But both sides are going to be trying to message moving forward on the one big beautiful bill, trying to make their best case to voters between now and 26. The fundraising game is going to be important, so we will keep our eye on it and what it means moving forward.
All right, bet, guys. That is a wrap. That was courtesy of Quiet Storm as well. Man, once again, man, I'm going to tell you guys, man. Storm, no news. Actually, I saw him in this chat. Where you at? There you go. Look at no news. Salute, bro. Storm, no news. Kwame. Yeah, man. Thanks for and I know I don't get to everything, but I usually sort through everything and I pull the ones that I can I can frame a narrative around in terms of a show, or some stuff I may have already covered. But nonetheless, a lot of this stuff comes through like in the clutch. Because depending on how the day goes, I may be scrambling before I go on for the news show, and I don't want to just rehash news segments. Like it's not actually a show. You know what I mean? I need stuff that I'm looking at the segment. I like it. I can agree with it. I have an opinion or a point on it. There's something in the segment that I actually want to point out to people to make a point for people to think about, to be like, in case they missed it, in case you missed this story, or if you did see this story. And I think, is this like my fourth? Oh, Simeon, yeah, man, I am enjoying the music. I'm going to you have my email. I might ask you to email me the MP3s directly. Cause I don't know if you use any of the downloading stuff that's on the internet. YouTube been getting funky with their algorithm, making it difficult to download stuff. They shutting sites down. But if you email me thank you, sir. If you email me the MP3s directly, that's perfect. Give me a few tracks and I'll start working on the next episode of Lo-Fi Radio, and I'll feature you all in the beginning and in the middle. I've been looking for an excuse to do a new episode anyway. So between you, Red Sigma, and me, those would be the Lo-Fi radio shows. I think I stopped at episode 3. So that'll be the new episode. You can help us kick off the new episodes, and then you keep pointing out music, and bro, I'll promote it. It'll be like an infomercial for your channel and shit. You feel me? And then whatchamacallit, I'll matter of fact, I gotta start sharing some of your links again on the community tab. Let me see. Quiet Storm, I emailed you and saw an Obsidian clip for a show or feature next Thursday to highlight Obsidian. Yeah, well, all right, cool. Well, an Obsidian clip for a show. Well, you basically Quiet Storm, you basically set the theme for next Thursday's show. Obsidian wants to review the Trump debate with the economists on tariffs. So I'm going to email Obsidian the link to it tomorrow. But that's going to be the bulk of next week's sit down with Obsidian, because I think the debate's like an hour. So I think we're gonna go through a lot of meat and potatoes with that, and I think it's good that's almost going to be like a think tank piece show, because you've got Trump debating tariffs with a world-class economist at the economic forum in Chicago, and You got the brothers. No. But we'll use yours. We'll use what you sent me as material for a following show. That's less pre-production for me. I don't mind. I don't mind. No, that I was talking to Saul about this before we went on the air. That it's that's what do you say, like a that'll be like a think tank piece, you know, with the brothers actually commenting on the tariff situation and what have you. Saul says, $4.99 super chat. Speaking of media, that No News Ironheart recommendation is a good show of Keisha wasting money. I'm glad you said something about that also. I'm a comic book fan. Y'all see how this Iron Man Ironheart Keisha rendition is getting trashed all over the internet because it's trash. Like I don't know if you guys saw any of the clips or anything, but if you guys want to talk about that, we could talk about it, 'cause I love comic books. And believe it or not, I actually had, like, in digital version, some of those original Ironheart comic books with Riri. Believe it or not, they actually weren't that bad. I know they didn't perform well, but the art was pretty good. The story was good. I actually have a couple. So that's also why, since I actually saw the original digital comic books, why this spinoff that they did on it is just absolute trash. Because the comic book's not as pretentious and nasty as this is. And then and they picked the unattractive girl and everything.
Man, fuck all you hoes. Fuck you and your mammy and your granny too. Man, fuck all you hoes. I'm sick of this shit. Fuck all you hoes. Man, fuck all you. Don't give a damn, bitch, what you wanna do. Man, fuck all you hoes.
No, Quiet Storm said, look, Cheese got enough clips for full clip show. Yo, the facts, the AI clips alone that No News sent me, I could probably actually do a whole AI news clip show. Like I probably have about 40 minutes of clip show of just AI clips, because and they're good jaws too. Okay, so I see some of y'all know what I'm talking about. Semio Togo, yeah, they made her drop out running with the street gang and stealing. Yeah, that's not exactly. If the original comic book is actually, the story's actually pretty good. The art's really good. Her character is sweet and everything. The rendition they have it all extra ghetto, and then they randomly insert some gay guy. Like, bro, it's absolute awful. Brother Zeke, she running it into the ground with her attitude and ego. Watch the new story of the seasons. Yeah, bro, it's trash. Not only is it trash, we have moved on from what she heralded, super heroine New York as Keisha with a misguided sense of her reach back. Exactly. He said the OG comics she trashed too. LOL. Sorry, fellas. That's funny. All right, guys. I believe that is we at the 1 hour 31 minute mark. Hey, thanks for showing up. I agree with that. Marvel did die with Thanos. Yo, nothing's like what it used to be. I miss the Todd McFarlane days. Yeah, man. Hey, thanks for showing up for the news as usual. Whoever would have thought a guy just a black guy just doing the news would actually get some traction. Anyway, I appreciate you guys for supporting the show. I'll be back with we're stopping early tonight because it's my Sabbath, but I'll do a full episode tomorrow, and Sunday panel on Sunday. We got a good show lined up for you. I appreciate everybody who showed up yesterday. to see us with Obsidian have another conversation. Next week's sit down with Obsidian is going to be great. Quiet Storm suggested, he put it in a super chat yesterday. He'd like to see us and Obsidian react to Trump debating that economist, and Obsidian was real excited about it. He jumped on it. He actually emailed me about it this morning. I got to send him the link to it because he wants to review the debate before we do it live. So, and I talked to Saul. So, ironically, like I said, this is going to be actually more of a think tank piece because it's, it's high level economics, it's international trade, and, you got some brothers talking about it, going through it piece by piece. So that should actually be a very good show next Thursday with Obsidian. Oh, Simeon Toko with the membership. I appreciate you, sir. And Irvin Reed with the $2 super chat. He said, Hector, can you clean our Audible palette, please? All right, so we're gonna do a twofer with these. Yo, salute. Thanks for the membership, Simeon. So let's do a twofer.
Man, fuck all you hoes. Fuck you and your mammy and your granny too. And fuck all you hoes. I'm sick of this shit. Fuck all you hoes. And fuck all you. Don't give a damn, bitch, what you wanna do. And fuck all you hoes.
And Irvin, you said something about a reach back.
All right, Jakifa KFC Ida. I heard you're looking for a new car today.
Mm-hmm. You know your girl needs a new ride.
Well, we do not accept EBT, so get the fuck out.
Now let's give you guys a couple more for good measure.
In a shocking development, the federal government says being broke is allowed, but if you're broke and glowing, you are officially now a suspect.
You can't be glowing more than your financial status. Look your problem.
A massive gizzard has buried Kamlambus in 2 feet of dong load. Locals blame the lack of preparation on Mayor Linda P. Slurp.
The city of Columbus is reeling today after an unprecedented event. What officials are calling a gizzard has left downtown streets.
All right, bet, guys. We're gonna get up out of here. I will see you tomorrow. Like I always say, good night and good luck.
Tried coochie back in '76. It was a phase, but it was a good one.
Sweetie, we was all bumping uglies all summer. Bitch, please, you ain't even got the most baby daddies on this block.
I got 5 kids and 6 baby daddies. Figure that shit out.
These old bitches in here be ready to smash every damn night. We out here clapping checks nightly, bro.
They used to call me the throat goat. They still call you that around here.
I got a tongue like a treadmill, baby. I don't get tired.
That's cute. Mine got her tapping out like bingo night. Ask your wife.
Sweetie, can you run to 7-Eleven right quick and get me some KY?
Make it 2 bottles. The Lord been generous this week.
Yeah, bitch, he said he was just buying me lunch, and then I left with a limp.
Good thing he didn't dislocate that hip again. He said, just tried coochie back in '76. It was a phase, but it was a good one.
Panel. This country needs stronger border security. Our border security is the strongest in the world.
What we need is to take care of our children.
I can't get an erection. You think giving them amnesty is fair to the people who are already here? They're contributing to the economy. I've tried all the herbs. Amnesty is never the answer. It's not amnesty. It's recognizing their contributions to our country. They said to meditate, but I keep falling asleep. We need stronger vetting.
And to enforce the laws already on the books.
I'm terrified of being alone with my wife. It's too much pressure. Well, nothing's ever going to change if Congress isn't willing to compromise. Exactly my point.
A wall would solve this.
I wake up with an erection, but never when she's in the bed with me. A wall would solve nothing.
These children have rights.
I spent $3,000 on a sandals vacation thinking that might do it. Know what it was? Me being limp on a lazy river.
Well, that's all the time we have. Thank you to Peter Griffin.
No, don't send me home to my wife. Democrats.
Sorry.
Hey, where's Stewie? That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. Okay, I don't know.
Whatever it is, it's not right on the teleprompter.
There it is. We are going to do Sting, yeah.
There's no words there. To play us out. What does that mean, to play us out? To end the show?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, go, go.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today, and we'll leave you with a... I can't do it. We'll do it live. We'll do it live! Fuck it! Do it live! I'll write it, and we'll do it live! Fucking thing sucks!
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. I'm Stewie Griffin. Thanks for watching. We'll leave you with Sting and a cut off his new album. Take it away.